Welcome, everyone, to the Wheel Reads for Season 10, Episode 13.
13.
Woo! Oh, look at you with your frosty mug. I gave mine
So
away at JordanCon.
fancy.
I don't have a Wheel Reads frosty mug anymore, so
What?
I don't. I have this guy, my best mod, worst mod, Wheel Reads cup. Thank you, Amis, for that. That was awesome. There's a fly buzzing around me right now, so if you see me like randomly like doing this, it's because
he's high.
It's drugs.
Yeah, or that.
He's
or
tweaking.
just trying to hit it out of the air.
He just starts smacking himself in the face.
He keeps on laying on the computer screen. I don't hit I have a really nice monitor, so I'm like, don't do it. So, anyways, fun times. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Awesome. All right. Well, announcements. I got none. I don't think I have anything. We had a giveaway. Wadaholic Aussie won last week. So there's a book that's waiting for you here in America because I ain't shipping it to Australia. So you can
if anybody's going to Australia anytime soon, let us know.
No, he's coming to the States next month. So I'm shipping it to somebody he's staying with. So
I was gonna say, if you want to fly me out there, it might be cheaper.
It might be.
Deliver a book.
It might be. I don't know. It's super. Shipping is stupid expensive. Like overseas, it's insane. Like especially through our merch store. Like I feel bad. Our merch store, like for United States, is not bad, but overseas, it's stupid. Like you order like a shot glass, it costs more shipping than the actual shot glass cost.
See, that's stupid.
Yeah, I heard Wadaholic also you're coming to WatCon, so you'll be in Ohio and you'll have a book waiting for you when you get here in the States, or if you're already in the States, it's on its way. One of the two. So kind of jelly about you go to WatCon next year. Hopefully, we'll be at WatCon. I think we're skipping JordanCon and doing WatCon instead to hang out with Nables and Delusions and all.
I like Naples.
Nables, yeah, Nubbles, as we call them. Are his real name, which I will not mention on live on YouTube because he doesn't want that shirt. But yeah, nice guy.
I know his real name actually. I'll have to figure that out one day.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
It's Joffrey. It's Joffrey. Yeah,
Play does one.
It's Excalibur.
Child's name was
Benedict
Joffrey.
the Third.
Poor child. She'd be the most hated person in all sorts of fandoms.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Anyways, so cool, fun times. Personal life, dude, it's just been hot.
Yeah.
Like it's hot. Like this weekend was
I was wanting to sweat. It's so hot.
Yeah, this weekend was like ridiculous. Like so, Saturday we had a full day like with the kids. I took my kids. Like one of my friends is a local realtor, and he's like been super successful. Like
Jay Hutch.
Yeah, good old Jay Hutch. Super successful as a realtor. He's only been doing it for I think about 2 years now, and he threw a party because he celebrated his 200th closing in 2 years. So he's sold 200 houses in 2 years, which is for a realtor is baller status. I mean, that's a lot of money. So he threw a big party, but he also did an ice cream social in the morning at a local ice cream shop. So we took the kids. We walked over there, which in the morning wasn't that bad, but it was still getting up there because it was 105 degrees with a heat index this weekend. Like it was stupid hot, and that's Fahrenheit. I don't even know.
Well, I was gonna say all of our Celsius folks just went whoa.
What is 100 degrees? Hold on, what is 100 degrees in Celsius?
Dead. It's dead.
100 degrees Fahrenheit Celsius. So it was 37.7 degrees for all you guys who don't know what Fahrenheit is.
No, convert it the other way. What's 100?
Actually, it was 105. It was 105 with the. Oh yeah, well that's stupid. It's 40 degrees Celsius. That's the heat index because it got to 105 at some point. It's over. It's just over. It's actually over 40.
Toasty.
Yeah, over 40 degrees, which is stupid hot. It was hot. So we walked over there and felt like I was about to die, even though I had ice cream. And then came back home, took a nice nap, and then we went over to Hutch's house for a party in the afternoon, which was, even with the giant industrial fans, it was hot.
Ridiculous.
But he had like a live musician. He got it from like recorded artist, like not like a local person. Like someone came in from North Carolina or something. It was a country. I'm not a country person, but it was a country person.
Ooh.
Adam Church. I looked him up online, and like he has a Vivo, like YouTube and everything like that. He has done stuff with like Luke Combs, which I've heard that name before. So like I'm like,
Of
okay,
course, yeah.
I was like, okay, legit, I guess.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was cool. He had bounce houses for the kids and a bunch of kegs. So we had a good time. And then Sunday I just hung out at a pool because I didn't want to do anything but sit in a pool because it was too hot. It was just too hot. It was a hot summer. Hot weekend. It's not. It's just summer's just begun. It's not even July yet. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, that's my weekend, and that's my week pretty much for the most part. Is just hanging out. How about you guys? What's going on?
Yeah.
Life be lifing.
Okay.
I've been every summer with the kids and trying to work has been interesting. I probably said the same thing, but like this year, I'm just not even trying to fake it. I've sprinkled my leave around with the holidays and everything that I'm only working a couple days a week, which isn't really enough to get caught up on what needs to get done. So I'm just kind of like, So that's nice. And then the Pathfinder made a funny noise the other day, and we took it into the shop, and they're like, "Oh, you need a new transmission." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm excited about that." We got a warranty on it. I did one of those third-party warranties, so the shop's talking to the warranty place to confirm whether or not they're going to cover it. So we'll see how that goes.
They better.
Yeah, they
Tell
should.
them if not.
Well, the trouble is, the clause in there is, they'll replace all those things up to the trade-in value of the vehicle. And with the miles we put on it in the last couple of years, trade-ins at like, I think average trade-ins like at 7. And the transmission to replace it is like 8.5. Yeah. Well, it'd be that if they had new ones still to put in, but that's a rebuilt one. It's still 8.5 to put in. So we'll see what they say. Anybody out there with a CVT transmission in an SUV, especially, I'll just say this: if where you park it is on an incline or decline, if it's not flat, then whenever you park, you put it in neutral. You press the parking brake all the way down. You let off the brake to make sure the parking brake is holding the vehicle, and then you put it in park and turn it off. You really should do that in any automatic vehicle, anyways. But we'll just say that.
Really? Had no idea.
And if you're doing one of those rolling stops where like you're almost stopped and you're just slamming it in a park, it's only a matter of time until you destroy your transmission.
Or if you're a manual, you just pop the clutch and steal Ian's car and
if you got like super wide 35-inch swampers, you're just gonna snap an axle and then you're gonna be tilted as Alan slowly putters by and is like, I think I'm gonna win this one.
It's funny. I used to drive trucks, like actual drive trucks, and oftentimes you when you get lazy, because it's not your truck, it's the company's truck. You don't even use the clutch because you can actually shift gears without using the clutch. You can just match the RPMs and sync the speed match and sync the shifter right into the next gear. And you get used to it doing it. And then there was one time I was driving Ian's Mustang back in the day. I was like, hey, check this out. I was like, oh, it's not working on the Mustang.
You're really talented, buddy.
He's like, dude, you're going to ruin my transmission. I was like, sorry. It works on the truck so much easier. Oh, those were the days.
Them's were the days.
Those were the days.
Anyway,
Let's see.
It's really not that big a deal. I mean, other than obviously the dealership knows that it has a bum transmission, but was looking to trade it in anyways. So I'm kind of hoping the warranty company still just cuts the check for the trade-in value, but I still get some little extra for trading in the vehicle to the dealership, and we might just go for something new.
That would be a smart idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, dangerous. Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. I've already had one, so I'm just nursing.
Keeping it low. Gotcha.
And another one.
Actually, I wish they would sponsor
And
us,
another
but
one.
if you guys want the best kept secret in all of whiskey, it is Benchmark. Benchmark whiskey. It is the best kept secret in whiskey.
Do you know what the real best kept secret is?
What?
I don't drink it.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You should. Benchmark's great. It's cheap. It's really cheap. They actually finally put in glass. It used to be in plastic bottles. Actually, I think maybe the regular ones are. This is actually a different brand, but a different version of Benchmark. But have you ever heard of Buffalo Trace whiskey?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's Buffalo Trace. It's Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's Buffalo Trace juice. It's the exact same. It's just the bottom barrels of Buffalo Trace. So it's the exact same Buffalo Trace. And unless you're like a super connoisseur, it's a cheap version that you can find in most liquor stores. And basically drink Buffalo Trace for half the cost.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Benchmark. I'm serious. Like, it's good stuff. For the price, can't beat it.
Ooh, last thing. Swim meet tomorrow. And Ronan, who is 8, is swimming the 100 IM.
Ooh.
For those of you that don't know, the individual medley, you do fly, back, breast, and free at 25 of each. The 100 IM is the best event ever. It's just an all-out sprint, a little bit of each stroke. So he's a little nervous, but also super pumped. I mean, all the guys on the team have him psyched up to do it. So it's going to be awesome.
It's not sprint. It's you start with fly, so it's like sprint, backstroke, slow down, breast, crawl.
Rest is rest.
Slow, slow.
And then whatever
free,
you got left.
Fast.
Yeah. Although he's like me, which is funny because we're totally different builds. He's slow on backstroke. His legs sink like crazy. He's super fast on breast.
Ooh.
So yeah, his rest stroke is backstroke.
So he'll be
almost
throwing
looks like
people
he's
off.
crying when he does it. He does not like it.
Yeah.
And neither did I. I was horrible at that.
I hate it. Oh, backstroke
You
was
were
my stroke.
good at
I was a backstroker. Yeah,
I was saying,
that was
well, you might have
my
hated it, but you were good at it.
stroke. Yeah, that was. I mean, I did that in the relays. I was always the backstroker. Listen to my
I
go
stroked the
fast
back
music.
too.
My rhythm music. Do you remember my song that I used to listen to every time before I went? Do you remember? Violet Films.
Oh
Listen to the song. When
Yeah.
I'm a walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. That was my because backstroke, you need to have a good rhythm, and it's not a fast rhythm. It's nice and slow, but it's not too slow. It was the perfect speed rhythm for me. So I used to always listen to that before I went, just to have it stuck in my head.
And you want to double your kick pace is about double your arm pace.
Yep.
So you can get, if you find that right rhythm that fits them both, you're like did it on the feet, and you're dun dun dun. Yeah, anyways.
Yep.
But he's 8. And there's plenty of 8 and unders that do the 100 IM, but that is not a required event for the 8 and under group. That's optional. You end up swimming against the older kids when you do it. It's pretty badass.
Why is it good? I just check you out. Let me go.
I discovered just yesterday.
Sorry, go ahead.
I discovered just yesterday that my nephew is actually swimming for, I guess, at Midtown. I guess they do like a Monday through Friday swim thing, and then they do meets or something. So I was like, well,
yeah,
he's huge.
The cities, the local governments all throughout Hampton Roads and Richmond have really started pushing swim, even in the schools. In Richmond, they do swim lessons at school.
Yeah, no, that's Newport News as well. We partner. I'm
great.
I'm on the board for local YMCA, and our YMCA is partnered with Newport News Public Schools, and all second graders, it's mandatory. You have to take swim lessons. It's part of the school program
Virginia
now.
We've
talked about this forever.
So Atlantis is coming.
I mean, it's a wise skill to have. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, it's not like
it's the second leading cause of death for minors. Is drowning.
When you combine all the different, it's not just drowning, but deaths in and around water from just being water dumb. So it's about water safety and being able to swim. I mean, it's a great. I remember getting older in high school and realizing that not everybody knew how to swim. And Alan and I have talked about this. Both of us grew up around the water. I don't. Yeah. Right. I should have known, Chris. Right. So I told you where I grew up, and again, my naive little world, the black families that lived on the street and around the block where I was at, they went swimming with us and they swam at our house. So they swam. I didn't realize that was not common in that community.
No.
Yeah. So, you know, the reason why it's a sad reason why. So the reason why a lot of the African American black population can't swim is a direct reflection of segregation in the 60s. So there used to be a lot of public pools, and they used to do a lot of pools in the black. There's black pools and white pools. Well, once the basically pools stopped getting funded for public use, white people built all the country club pools and everything like that and segregated them, and then they closed all the inner city pools. And there's a direct correlation between that. It's a really horrible statistic and thing that happened in our country, and it's really bad. But back in the day, that wasn't the case. And then basically, like, you're gonna do segregation? Well, we'll just defund public pools. So and it's just a bunch of asshole politicians. That's
it's great that they're doing it now. So.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I commit. I was actually really proud of my son this weekend at the pool because he was we gave him some lessons once and he was okay, but this is his first time really to pull this summer, and we took his life jacket off and he swam to me donkey paddling, and then later he was in the pool without a life jacket by himself, and I was watching him. I could jump in if anything happened. And he could touch where he was. And he was like, how do you go underwater without holding my nose? And I was like, without holding your nose. I was like, just blow lightly out of your nose and then you get used to the equilibrium. And he did it. And he swam a little bit underwater. And I was like, dude, I'm so proud of you right now. Like,
you could tell him to growl a little bit with your mouth closed.
Yeah.
That lets just enough air out of your nose.
So you don't get the
Wait, what? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Just growl. In my flip turns and when I'm upside down, I growl underwater.
I always just blow out of my nose. My turn.
I don't know if you want to cover it up, but you got some pussy in your background there.
No, yeah,
Chris.
A little. Just walking around.
It disappeared. Just went away. Just a little. I don't know if we were trying to keep this
PG.
PG. NC-17.
We have to be careful what we say on YouTube now. By the way, with election season coming up, YouTube is like blocking everything.
I was referencing a cat.
I know you were, but just to clarify for YouTube, there's a cat.
There's a cat in the background. YouTube. A cat.
There's a cat.
By the way,
there's a cat.
Weekend.
They're blocking everything that's
negative. We had a 40th birthday party for a friend, so we had a surprise 40th birthday party for her, and Alan Hinton, his fiance, is her 40th birthday, and we made her cry. So that was my weekend. It was hilarious and fun, and also, like I told Alan before we started, I have signed up to be a branch leader. I've done applications for 2 different branch leader positions. So
nice.
Hopefully one of those comes through, and then I'll have my own branch, and we'll see what that's all about and what that looks like. So that's literally it. My weekend was chill. My week has been busy as hell with work, but other than that, it's been great. Hell is a place. YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube. Screw YouTube. All right, we got a lot to talk about tonight. These are actually pretty meaty chapters. Unlike the last 10 chapters that we've covered, our 20, our 30, our this entire book, because this much book is crap, and this much book is actually like, hey, stuff's actually happening now.
Yeah. Actually, they're good chapters, but they're kind of like average chapters of other books.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're well received at this point. So
at this point, it's like finally something's happening.
I actually for a second was like, "Dang, God, I should have taken notes on this one." Like, I took notes last go around because I was like, "Man, it's picking up." And then today I was like, we're probably back to some of the same old. And I'm like, "Wait a second, this is all good." Our friend returns. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's go.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Ian let Loial out of his closet too, so we'll get to that in a second. But so
he's done with his CrossFit routine.
Yeah,
he's able to get out.
Guess who's back? So we're with Rand. Rand. Death of Shit. Some Shady's new album coming out. It's gonna be cancel culture. Really? Cancel culture's coming for him. So Rand and Ben are lying in bed together because
surprise, surprise. There's some downtime, so Rand and Ben are just chilling in bed. Why you always lying?
I need to get that clip. Yeah. Rand's just kind of like pondering different things. I mean, that's kind of normal after whatever they did. Yeah.
Points to ponder.
Men, Elaine, and
I thought they were just laying there chilling.
they are, but he's thinking about men, he's thinking about Elaine, thinking about Avienda, thinking about all his women, and also thinking about Luce Theron, because he's just there too. Like, it's just this weird.
Well, and Luce Theron's thinking about Luce Theron,
Yeah.
and Luce Theron's thinking about Rand, and Luce Theron's thinking about Rand, thinking about Luce Theron. It's starting to get a little hazy.
It is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And apparently, Luz has not had his taint cleaned in a very long time because he's super excited about it.
Yeah.
He's like, that is refreshing.
Clean. Oh, yes, clean.
So what do you think about now that the taint's been cleansed, and Luce Theron's still there?
I mean, I never thought
that was a part
that
of
the taint was related to Luz. No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, fair question from you. You are the moderator, but also, I don't know. Let me, Chris, did you feel they were related, or I don't want to speak?
No, I didn't feel like they were related either. I always felt like it had something to do with the pattern. I mean, that's just kind of become evident to me now. Mm-hmm. What surprised me is how reactive he has been to it being clean, and now how much more vocal he is having conversational chit chat with Rand, and even like biting for the power now. Whenever Rand reaches for it, he's like, let me get in on that. And he's like trying to actively take over. So,
and Rand's getting weaker. I think that was kind of evident here. Rand's getting weaker and Luz is getting stronger.
Yeah.
So we're jumping around here. Who cares? I've been watching Supernatural. I think I told you all that. I'm like in season 9 now.
But cool.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it sporadically throughout my life, but never watched it all the way through. It's on Netflix now, so I've been chugging through. And this isn't super spoilery, but so the demons and the angels, their roles, they have the ability to possess people. But angels have to be invited in, but demons, they can just take over bodies, blah, blah, blah. Naturally. Anyways, it got me thinking that, okay, if Rand and Luce Theron aren't the same people from just different turnings of the wheel, then what is this relationship? Well, Rand is just the vessel that Luce is getting put into. And perhaps it's taking a while because, well, Rand is like the chosen vessel. Like, if Luce is such a powerful being that if you threw him into any old like male channeler or just male person, their head would probably explode. But there is something special about Rand, and he's powerful enough to be a vessel for Luce Theron, right? But Rand still has to progress enough to a point where Luce can fully take over, sort of thing. So I'm not full on with that. Obviously, it's being influenced by, watching Supernatural recently. But if it's something like that, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Like, they're totally different beings, but Rand is powerful enough to be able to hold Luz.
It's like that anime arc where you have this super powerful person locked inside the body of your Goofy or just average Joe, and then they get released here and there because the seal is weakening, and again,
where the vessel levels up enough that it's able to happen.
What's Supernatural on? Like, what are you watching?
Netflix right now. Netflix. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
I think, and I could be completely wrong, the weaker the seals get, every time a seal is broken, every time one gets weaker, he gains a little bit more control. I think that his coming out has to do just as much with the seals as the dark ones getting loose.
Right. So we've also thrown around, all right, what if Rand is the dark one?
We have.
Maybe it's more complicated than that. Maybe it's Luz who is.
But the world to know. I do completely agree with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna be unhinged tonight. I've been drinking whiskey. So.
Well, I've got a Truly, so
I'm drinking water.
Everything's
okay.
I'm just celebrating the halfway mark to Christmas. Happy Leon Day.
Happy Leon Day.
Leon Day, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Noel backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Halfway
Somebody
to
told me
Christmas.
that today, and I just died laughing. I don't know why that was so funny, but I've been sharing it with everybody.
There you go. I didn't know it had a name. But that's kind of cool. So as they're kind of hanging out, you know, Min kind of feels him getting down about himself, so she just punches him in the ribs because, as a good friend does, when you get down and out, you just punch him. I mean, that's what I do to Ian. You know, he comes to me and he's just like, "Dude, I'm feeling really depressed." I was like, "Fuck you!" Like,
No, I just let Alan know on the show live. Y'all heard it that the transmission went out my Pathfinder. So tomorrow I expect a phone call where he's just going to call, not say anything, and just rev his engine, peel out, laugh, and hang up. It's going to happen. In the background, I might hear "Gotcha, bitch," and then hang up. You know, but
That'd be hilarious.
nice little jabby jab.
But no, I mean, I would feel a little down too if I have a guy in my mind going, "Ha ha, you can't keep anybody safe.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die." It's just not who's gonna kill him. It's you know, are we gonna be the ones to kill him? Alan is a dark friend. We all know this.
Yes, we all know I'm a dark friend.
It do be true.
It do be true. It do be.
Trust no one, Lou says, including me. Ha ha ha. Like Lou's is becoming like. At first, we thought he was like a little whisper, you know, just a few words here and there. And now he is full on blatantly taunting him.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like you would think here's a turning of the wheel where things are going a little bit differently. But I guess after going through 1,000 of them or so, you just kind of get tired of it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm definitely anticipating a huge internal battle between Rand and Luz. I don't think they get physically separated. Although that'd be crazy if Rand finds a way to do that, but then now he has somebody he has to fight. But I think it'll be more internal.
Yeah. I think this is his internal struggle. I think at some point he's got to win naturally. I mean, we're getting close to the end, but
I think we'll get at least a book or two where it's Luz in control.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Rand struggling in the background.
Who's
but what does that mean about the bond between the girls and Rand if it is one body but a new mind?
That stays intact. It's a soul link.
Oh shit.
Now if loses a different soul than Rand,
Snap.
Then we might have some interference. But what drama? That's what I was saying. Like, what drama do we think he'll create?
He just wants to kill everybody.
Who's he gonna? Yeah, I was about to say, who's gonna
post
kill
that
first?
question.
That's literally
my question up. If
Who
people are watching, they
is
need
he
to
going to kill first? That is really it.
Which one? The drama one?
Yeah. What drama do you think Luz would create? My goodness, what drama would he not create?
I think he's easier to answer.
Drama.
Oh yeah, he would take advantage of some lady action, so long as he's not thinking about his, woman that he killed. But yeah, he would just be offing people left and right. Every male channeler, every Aes
he's
Sedai,
going straight for the Ashima first.
Everybody that
mayonnaise.
He would just light people.
Not Tom Mayonnaise. Tom Mayonnaise is not an Ashman, first of all.
Yes, I said not Tom Mayonnaise.
You mean Mazrim Taim?
Yeah, Taim. He's going after Taim.
Honestly, I don't care who takes out Taim. I just want to see that battle. Like now.
I think
him and Massima. Those two, Massima and Taim. If either one of them
going to surprise us still. I have faith in Massima.
Ew.
Who do you think?
I don't want them to turn into good guys.
Who do you think would take out each of them? Like, if you had to name a character that would take out each of them, who would take out Massima?
Logain's going to take out Taim
for sure.
Okay,
but I think he's not necessarily going to be trying to grab power himself or go against Rand in doing that. I still have good vibes about Logain.
I do too. Even with this chapter coming up,
Massima, it better be Perrin. I think Perrin has the most.
I don't think Perrin's gonna do it.
That'd be the easy answer.
It's gonna be Fail.
If not Perrin, somebody within Perrin's group.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or what if like Perrin doesn't want to fight him, so like
Gnome pops up out of
losing the
nowhere.
battle, and then Barrelane saves his life or something. What a cuckoo twist.
Do you
That
think Perrin will take a second wife?
He's going to be convinced that Fael is dead, and eventually Barrelane's going to knock the boots with him. I'm telling you. And then Fael might come back and not actually be dead. It's going to throw it all for a twist.
Smell it. That's going to be the end of.
And she's going to smell it. That's funny, but you're probably right. That's how it happened. She'd be like,
joking.
Wait a minute. Unzips his pants. You mother.
Interesting.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I tuned out for work. Who did Fael Perrin kill?
Masema. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping Masema gets whacked, and I'm hoping Taim gets whacked.
It's Gnome. Gnome is coming back.
Gnome
will be the one to kill Masema.
Okay. Interesting.
Was that the cracked out wolf brother?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He wasn't cracked out. He was just full on wolf.
So,
I got pups to feed.
We're like 3 lines into this chapter coming up. We got to get after this. All right. So like Min then asks about Catswain and what they're going to do about the warders that are coming. And Rand's like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Catswain. So like, I don't know.
Luz thinks we should kill Catswain.
Probably. Luz wants to kill
I'm going to do for this chapter, for this point of view, I'm going to play the role of Luz. So y'all just talk, and every now and then I'm going to chime in and say, kill him.
You should kill her.
You know, it's not open to you because it's only in our spoiler channels. There is so if you finish the books and you get the right role in our Discord, you can do exclamation point Luz and type it in certain channels, any channel that's completely spoilery, and it will actually randomly generate a random Luz quote. It's hilarious.
That's wonderful.
So now I feel like our Discord channel is gonna be full of Luz quotes. So exclamation point Luz, you put in the spoiler chat anywhere, and it will generate a random Luz quote. We have the Luz bot. It's a bot. So,
he would begin.
Give it a try. You've got nothing to lose.
Yeah. So what you guys can't do it yet because there are spoilers in what he says. So but when you're done with everything,
about Shadar Logoth, since it's gone, will it heal? Will his scar go away? And if that's the case, then what happens to Padden Fane? I keep asking.
I'm still hoping we touch on that some in this book, but like I said, I think it's gonna be that last couple sentences, a tiny paragraph, and then we got to wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be the prologue of the next book when we get into Padden Fane.
Yeah. So Rand decides to get up and see who actually has arrived. He goes down and sees that some warders, but also about a dozen Ashaman, including Logain Abla.
With Aes Sedai.
8 Aes Sedai with him. Yeah.
And they're friendly. A little
he learns. Well, I guess we get a little bit later when he learns that they bonded them, but he's not too happy about it either. Bashir's there too, with about 100 Saldean light horses. Both Bashir and Logain come to talk to Rand.
They don't want to talk to him together. They want to talk to him apart, but he brings them together. He's like, look, I know y'all want to kill it. Well, one of you wants to kill the other, but at the end of the day, you're part of my crew. I need you working together, and we need some resolution. And he's like, by the way, you're going to start a war with both of the towers, with both of the White Towers.
Yeah, Black Tower's about to split.
Yeah, it's like beyond the fact that you're going to split the Black Tower, now we're going to have war within the White Tower because you keep bonding their women, like bonding the women.
But Min also gets some viewings here, and I want to talk about those a lot.
She was peeping at Taim.
Well, first was Logain, and she notices that the glory aura is still there and stronger than ever, and she's kind of worried about that because
she even says it might be the point where he thinks he's the Dragon Reborn,
right?
Still, so like she takes it to that next degree. But this is what I worry about, right? Like I'm truly suspicious about Taim. I'd be a-okay with Logain taking Taim out. But there's a chance here, and Rand being a little cuckoo. Also, not a perfect viewing from Min. because she doesn't know this absolutely. She's spitballing, but Rand's taking it as fact.
Right.
So we're in dangerous territory here. So Rand might see Logain more as the threat and go after Logain. And I don't think
it's
he should
already
make
happening.
Logain an
Like
enemy.
he hasn't at all questioned what's going on at the Black Tower, not once. Like he doesn't even care anymore. He has his own agenda, and he is just letting the Black Tower do its thing, not even considering that he has no control over all of these men that could now channel.
And
Because
Logain, some good advice here about that too, like what you're saying.
and on top of that, like he's doing everything based on a prophecy that was written how many over 1,000 years. But how do we know that prophecy wasn't written by a dark friend? How do we know we
or
weren't being
misinterpreted along the way, or
correct? How do we know we're not being led down the wrong path? Period. And then we're gonna get like, one or two more books in, and be like, whoa. Oh, this is all wrong. Luz was right. We should have killed everybody books ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And more interesting, other than the Logain viewing, she also sees something around Bashir. Bashir.
She says it's dark.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with dark.
He either turns against Rand or dies.
He's gonna die. Bashir,
but something bad will happen. She's not sure what, but something bad's gonna happen.
I mean, luckily Rand is in this place where he's like, well, I mean, bad shit's gonna happen between now and when we finish this, so fuck it, whatever. Radical acceptance, let's roll.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Unreliable information all the time? Surely not.
Yeah.
Never. Bad communication? Say it ain't so.
No.
Whatever.
Say it ain't so. Yeah. So anything from all this interaction before we switch over to our favorite person in all the Wheel of Time?
There's a good chance at the end of this, my favorite character is going to be Logain.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't really showed his hand yet. We haven't had anything inside of his head to truly know where he stands right now. But the advice he gave Rand was solid.
Yeah.
And Rand definitely chewed him out a bit, and he took it. He was pretty stoic with it. I don't have much more to say about it other than what I already said. I'm worried about how Rand's going to view the relationship, but I'm liking Logain right now.
Okay.
Well, and then the task that he set Logain and Bashir on, when we know there are two attacks, what do we do? Or what was the quote that he gave?
When you're given two options, what do you do? Like choose the third or something like that?
Yeah.
Choose the lesser of two weevils. A little spoiler for.
How did we almost skip that? Good thing you brought that up. Just wrapped up with Rand saying, all right, well, I got a job for you two. I want you to go make peace with the Shan Chan. Go talk terms.
That part.
We're not fighting Shan Chan.
It is big.
Huge. I'll tell you, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
No, because then also you got to remember, I saw it coming in the sense that, but from a different angle. I saw it coming from the Matt relationship.
Yeah.
I think we both talked about that. So this was like
that might ultimately be what brings them in the fold, though.
I think. I think
maybe these first talks go horribly wrong. Matt goes with them, unbeknownst to Rand, and maybe eventually that gets us there. But I didn't think Rand.
Maybe this is what gives Matt like the go ahead, like
the blessing,
he
if you
starts
will,
to develop. But then the blessing comes when he finds out that Rand has now.
Yeah, Rand's like.
Yeah, given the
Matt, don't go with them.
Yeah. She looks like a child. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh no, my friend left.
Yeah. Wink. So someone else is there to talk to Rand. Like I said, our favorite character in all the Wheel of Time. They spelled Tall Manus wrong. It's Loial. That's
he's back.
He's back.
Good old Loial.
How long has it been? A year? 2 years?
It's been a long time. I mean, Rand sent Loial out to go secure all the way gates, and there's a lot of them. So he's been out doing his thing.
Well, attempting to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's
and
back.
talking to folks at the other steadings, the other Ogier,
Mhm.
trying to convince them to post cards and stuff.
Yep.
He's growing a little peach fuzz.
50-50. Some of them were like, you're so young, Loial. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell us what to do. Go read a book.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally only growing.
Min
peach
is super
fuzz,
excited
yeah.
to see Loial. I mean, she
Yeah.
runs over, gives a big hug,
grabs him by the hand with her
Yep.
both her hands. Like,
yeah. Loyal's apparently growing a little mustache. You know, he's trying to be a big boy now. You know,
man.
so I remember when I tried to grow my first beard. It was
and they have
it was very
beds
patchy and
inside.
not too.
I know that feeling. I know the feeling of walking into a place and there not being a bed your size. Let me tell you how freaking annoying that is. And how you have to fold yourself up or like squeeze your knees to your chest or sleep in it. That's how I learned hypotenuse, man. You gotta sleep from one corner to the next corner. You get that extra inch out, man.
Which means my girlfriend can only be this tall. And great.
Yeah, because she's got.
It's like that old meme, like they teach in high school Pythagorean theorem, and when do you use it in actual life? And Chris is like, all the freaking time,
all the freaking time.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared, man. I use this every time I have to sleep. Like, let me do the math. Oh, this bed ain't gonna work.
So,
that's funny.
Speaking of math, this is really way off topic, but I always struggle with geometry. And part of it was just memorizing or caring to memorize. I didn't care to memorize the formulas. So like 1/2 base times height. I'm like, why is it 1/2 base times height?
It's area of a triangle.
If somebody just said, take a look at a bed, what shape is it? Well, it's a rectangle. And now throw your body in the middle of it. Oh, damn, it's 2 triangles, 1/2 base. Oh, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's half of a rectangle or square, depending on the triangle. Anyway, it took me.
It finally clicked.
It clicked.
Call your 10th grade teacher up and be like, I get it. I get it.
It was 9th grade, but yes, it all finally fell into place for me. I was like,
I was just trying to lightly insult you. I almost said 11th grade, but I was like, no, I don't want to be mean to him.
No, it was 9th and 10th grade.
It's always my favorite thing to do to kids. Whenever I have kids that are like talking about how good they are at math, and they're like, I can solve any math around the world. I was like, all right, I'm going to show you the Collatz conjecture. And it's complete. No mathematician's ever been able to solve it. So let's go ahead and solve this now. Like, good luck. You're 8 years old. Go.
And then they do it.
Oh, if they did, that would be amazing. But even supercomputers have not been able to solve that. So it might not be solvable. But we don't know.
42.
No, it's not. They test that. That number's been used in the equation. It does not work.
Wow.
I think they've gone up to like, I want to say like 20 digits deep, and they haven't found a number that works yet.
I got 20 digits deep.
I don't know exactly how far they've gone with computers, but no one's ever been able to make it work the way it's supposed to work. But I can go down.
Most of the computer guys have only made it to second base, so not that far.
Not that far. Okay. So yeah, get a report from Loial. Yeah, we talked about that. He's been going from steady to steady.
Found out which one of his books got dampened.
Yeah,
by the rain.
Got a little damp, little moist.
A little moist. Pages are sticking together. Rand's like, oh yeah, the rain.
Yeah. He's like, maybe you need to go home. I think it would be a great idea because you're ruining all your books. So it'll be a great idea for you to head home.
Who was it? Is it Dave Chappelle that did the whole entire stand-up about like the reason why the media didn't report on JFK and Marilyn Monroe is because those 2 pages in history are stuck together? He's the one who made that joke. Like, he's like, they're stuck together. That's why the media never gave him a hard time.
Kicked us off. We talked about a president and sticky pages.
Sticky pages. So yeah,
hey, I have information about a crime that Hillary Clinton committed.
And Ian's dead. That was a deep cut. That's a deep cut. I don't know if people appreciate it, but that's a deep cut. It's good. I like it. Yeah.
Where are we? Loyal,
He went to all the steadings. He's given a report. He's
which
tried to
was
get all the way gates guarded.
50-50, and even the 50 that said they'll
Yeah.
do it, I'm not sure that they will do it, but some of them will definitely do it. But everybody else isn't too young to know what I'm talking about. I need to go home. That was it. And then it's like,
Well, then
okay.
he says something about the Aes Sedai, and then Lou starts saying like, "You need to kill the Ashaman." Like,
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
should've killed
Luz
all-
has got it
Hold
right.
on. Kill him. Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Kill them.
Luz has definitely got it right.
Yeah. Let's
You
trust
need to
Luz.
kill at least half of
Let
them.
them lose, and let them lose
Yeah.
people.
Well, are you ready to switch to Kitty Cat's point of view? Get a little cat swing.
Sure.
Okay.
Meow.
So Cat Swain's with Samitsu, the only Aes Sedai who arrived who wasn't with the Ashaman. Basically, Cat Swain's asking Samitsu about the other Aes Sedai that bonded the Ashaman, or bonded by the Ashaman. They haven't bonded the Ashaman. They've been bonded by the Ashaman.
Correct.
And Samitsu confirms that, yeah, that's what's happened.
She's like, I don't really need the confirmation, but I need the confirmation. Tell me, did it really happen?
Yeah.
How did it happen? Why did it happen?
She's like,
Mhm.
ew.
Yeah, it's
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Hold on, I got a clip for that. You're doing things too fast.
That's what she said.
Ew.
Yeah, that was Cat's thing. They did what? Ew.
Ew.
She said that too.
Yeah, once.
That's what she said.
Sure.
But then she kind of shoulder shrugged and was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Katsuyori then tells Samitsu that she wants her to watch Shashal, and goes on to boost Samitsu's ego.
Because
Yeah,
that's
to
what
get her to
drives her.
Yeah. That's pretty much, it's a really short point of view. We're back to Rand. And this is when Rand talks to Logan and Bashir. We already talked about this a lot. Loial's also there. Rand's angry about the Ashaman bonding the Aes Sedai. We already talked about this. Saying that we don't need...
What's funny is we know the Aes Sedai on both fronts are like, we need to go talk to these men about linking up.
Yeah. But Rand's thinking the direct quote is, I don't need a war with the White Tower. You bloody Ashaman, bloody well won't give me a war with the White Tower. Do I make myself understood? Like, basically.
But it's different. Yeah. What Logain did was he bonded. Yeah. What the White Tower is wanting is to bond.
It's to link.
To link, yeah.
To link.
Yeah.
To come together
right now.
Anyway, he also goes on to tell Logain he's made a mess of things. Now Lyda was really want to kill the Ashaman.
Which is none of that's Logain's fault.
Yeah, and this is also, we already talked about the Shawchan stuff. This is all the Shawchan stuff too.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, where Logain was pretty stoic and taking his licks, and even after all of it, gave Rand pretty sound advice. He's like, actually, might be prudent to take a look at Taim. Like, he's got some people that only he trains.
Yeah.
By the way, you're in charge, but nobody knows you.
Yeah.
So if you don't do something, like eventually when it splits, you're gonna be on the losing side. A lot of them are gonna follow Taim, sort of thing. So gave some pretty solid advice here.
And Rand's like, I got a whole nother plan, and if I am successful, I probably won't make it anyway. Then it'd be y'all's problem. Kind of how I feel about recycling.
Yeah. Well, recycling is bullshit anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, for the longest time, we were selling it to China, and they dumped it in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's actually like there's a whole thing on it. You can read articles about it, but like recycling, like it started out as a great idea, and then people started recycling, and they started throwing everything in the recycling bin that says recyclable on it, even though it's not washed properly. So like the majority of recycling stuff can't actually be recycled. So it ends up just
it's too expensive to separate.
So they just throw it all landfill anyway, but they keep their recycling bins out.
Or worse, burning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're not actually recycling that much. it's not profitable, so they realize that. So they stop.
The old slogan of reduce, reuse, and recycle was smart.
Yeah.
If we get tighter on what we recycle, there's certain things we can just limit it
Mhm.
so it could be an efficient process. But other than that, we don't be that family that throws out 3 bags of trash a day. Like, you consumer whore. Stop it.
Or be like any other black woman.
Ian, why are
and
you sending me memes while
every
we're
single
podcasting?
container.
Because it made me think of you.
Okay, that's good. Good point. It's a
Save
great meme.
Did you see it, Chris?
single
I sent it to
container.
the group chat.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
great.
looked yet,
It's a
but
great
I'm going
meme.
to.
It's I can show it to the screen. It's a giraffe, and it says, "Come on, guys." It says, "Come on, guys. It's not too deep." And the elephant, or is it elephant? Oh no, it's a bear. It says, "You're a dick, Frank." Perfect. So,
I picture
last
that
point of
as
view
Alan
is
as a giraffe.
yeah, Elza's point of view, and she's kind of listening to a report on a warder. He explains why he's defied orders, blah blah. And Elza thinks it's difficult to find a warder with the right requirements,
The
since
right kind of warder.
because he must
Wink.
be like me, and yeah, she tells also Firo that he must kill anyone who threatens the Dragon Reborn.
Anyone. I had
Maybe
that
he kills
question.
Naeem.
Who important?
Yeah,
Yep.
that Rand
Okay.
must make it to Tarmogoyden, or the Dark One won't be able to defeat him there.
Yes.
We have
I
to
was gonna
keep
say,
Rand alive at all costs.
What person is going to be killed because of this command? What important character is the question for real?
Perrin?
I was
Matt?
thinking that.
Or at least an attempt on their life.
Matt's gonna live through it all. But Perrin, I feel like Perrin be the one to die if somebody does.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay. Fun times. So, anything else from this chapter before we move to chapter 25?
No, let's go.
Okay. Chapter 25, when to wear jewels. And we're switching back to Chris's boy, Perrin. We thought Perrin was dead at this point. I mean, I don't think he's been in this book for like 5 seconds, right?
No,
he wasn't doing much.
He just sitting there
saw
glowering in a corner,
looking for his girl. That was it.
Yeah. He's finally found her, and instead of going after her, he's going after wheat and
He's on
barley.
a side quest. He's on a side quest, man. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the side quests.
They outnumber us 1,000,000 to 1. Our chances are 0.00001%.
Have you ever played Skyrim? Like,
so you're saying we got a chance.
You can go learn to talk to dragons, or you can go over to this village and help a person figure out who's sleeping with the village daughter, like, and you go do the side quest because you get a free bow or something.
I know who's sleeping with the daughter.
Alan goes, that's easy. It's me. Give me the bow.
Now it's not it's like that there's 2 guys fighting over a girl in like one of the first villages, but yeah, it's
right.
Play Skyrim. Anyway, fine. It's a side quest. So yeah, Perrin's pacing at his tent, thinking about Fael. Barrelane's with him. Wow.
She's not being Barrelane. She is actually being a friend.
Yeah.
I think that threw me the most. She wasn't like flirting. She wasn't encouraging. She was just present and listening.
When there is a need, Barrelane is all things to all people, and she fills the role where there's a need. When there's some downtime, that's where she gets sketchy.
I mean, she's alone with him in their tent.
We even see coming up, I'll jump ahead a little bit, but what they're getting ready to get into, she's kind of surprised as Perrin and how she can handle the situation. So
I was saying yes to this comment. That I love Skyrim. I didn't just always love. I still love Skyrim. I don't play it nearly as much as I used to, but I still have a heart for Skyrim. Skyrim's
good stuff.
It's always good. It's one of the best games ever made. I still to this day think it is. Yeah. Have you played Skyrim, Chris?
Mm-mm.
Oh man,
never played.
Have you played it?
I dabbled, so I'm familiar with it, but I never got into it.
Yeah, just because there's no like direct good path to take, and that's what I love about it. Is everything is bad, Like you can either choose to like be like with the Nords, or you can choose to be with the Imperials. And the Imperials are like the invaders who are like taking over these people's land, but the Nords are like racist piece of shits. So like it's like, yeah, you have this conquering force that's really bad. It's like trying to oppress the people they're conquering, but then they're conquering piece of shit people too. Like there's no ethical right answer, and you have to pick a side and fight for us. It's great. It's a great game.
Hence why I chose not to play. I feel like I
game.
won.
Yeah. When I say racist, they're just very much against elves and outsiders, but like to the point of racism. Like they want Nords to become true to the North. But yeah, it's
winter's coming.
Winter's coming. So yeah, back to this book. Enough about Skyrim. Yeah, she tells him to stop pacing. Replies he wants to be there when Gaul and the maidens come back with the shadow prisoners. Just kind of getting updates and talking about things. But yeah, like you said, being friendly.
Yeah.
And they're also getting ready to go to So Habor and try to figure all that out too.
Mm-hmm. You did a great job of summarizing that. Then they go.
Yeah.
And it's over with.
That's kind of it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this chapter because it was Perrin, but we have the same thing. He's brooding. He's upset. He's getting, some love, getting loved on by the wrong person, but not loved in the wrong way anymore. Just encouragement. And then, they go to handle business. And
well, as far as the physical movement of these people, the last time we were with Perrin, they were talking about going to get some food. And now they're like, okay, let's go get some food.
Yeah.
Like, and they're about to go
That's
do
what
it.
happens with me and my wife. 4 books later, we're finally going to get food.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's about right.
She's not up here, so I can say
that. Yeah. So after all of this, Perrin leaves the tent to survey the camp. And he's not too happy about it because it seems like they're kind of settling in. It's becoming more permanent. And he's like, guys, we can't stay here forever. We have a job to do. Like
let's get it on.
Let's get shit together.
I mean, what really does he have to do? He's not going after Massima. Like he's
going to Loial. He needs to find his girl.
He lost her. That's his fault. That's not his objective.
But they need snacks first.
But they need the end of the world. The end of
Very
the world
important.
Coming.
Thank you, Ian.
About a woman.
Thank you, Ian. That's the reason why we have to go to So Habor first, because we need snacks, and snacks is really important for everything.
My baby needs snacks.
I mean, that's the first. Whenever we're going to a sailboat, the first question I ask is there's different positions on a sailboat, and they all have nicknames. So, like, if you're just like random weight on the boat, then your job is just to sit there and do nothing. It's called rail meat. Like you're literally sit on the rail and you're a meat bag that sits on the rail, and we can move you around to balance the boat out. You are rail meat. If you're down below changing sails out and things like that, you're the sewer rat. You're down in the bilges in the bottom of the boat, and you're the sewer rat. But the most important job on a sailboat is not the tactician, it's not the captain, not the driver, not the crew boss. It's the snacktician.
The snacktician,
who's in charge of handing
referred to as the galley
and giving us food as we race.
Yep. A good snacktician will look around, notice somebody getting hangry, and just slide them a little triangle sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. And beer just comes up and hits your lips. You're like, "Yep, I'm ready to race."
Actually, no, we can stay on this tack a little bit longer.
Yeah, where's our snacktician at? I need a beer. The snacktician. But yeah, so we need snacks, and that's why we're going there. We need food. So yeah, they pretty much decide to head on out. There's some stuff about Loial here. Yeah, Balwar's there with 2 members of Loial.
Kind of recapping some stuff and put more emphasis on it.
And then they have one of the Oshermen open a gateway so they can go within a few miles of So Habor, and everyone kind of rides through. And that's they see a flying Shanshan creature, above.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Dread
Perrin's
that.
like, yeah, they have nothing to do with us. Don't worry about them.
Perrin's still pretty untrusting of the not Shan Chan, Ashaman.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
having thoughts of, well, if he sends us to the wrong place, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yep. Yeah, basically, yeah. He tells Neil that if he makes a mistake there, he'll strangle them. I'll kill you.
You call me Francis, I kill you.
Yeah. And that's pretty much this chapter. It's a bridge chapter. We're just learning that, hey,
Yep.
we're back with Perrin. We're heading over to get some snacks. Some snacks.
Yeah. Also, he keeps walking in and out of tents with barrel so I'm sure people are watching that, and that's really helping the situation.
Never a good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like Bear Lane's gonna end up being his wife's midwife. It's gonna be funny.
Interesting. Okay. So you guys ready for chapter 26 in
Please.
So Habor? Habor.
Yes.
Habor. Not harbor. Habor.
Abba.
Habba.
Habor.
Boston Habba?
It's a Baston. It's a Baston Habor. It's So Habor.
Habba.
Habor.
This is the new
cab and the gladiator.
The
This
new
chapter
Shadow
is
Logoth.
unbelievable.
It's the new Shadow Logoth.
So they have a wicked fun time.
Did that cross your mind? I thought for a moment, I was like, what if he didn't get rid of it? What if it's something he can't get rid of?
What's that?
Yes, because he got rid of
the
it
new
somewhere. It's
Shadow
growing
Logoth.
somewhere else.
Oh, it's the new Shadow Logoth. Okay.
But then I was also thinking, Alan's been throwing around the Bublés of evil.
Ooh,
Are these still happening?
Michael Bublés.
Yeah, these could be some Bublés. Like maybe the Weevils and everything that keep popping up and spoiling stuff. It could be a Bublé.
Because he's feeling fine.
But I did think, what if Rand didn't destroy it permanently? It's like that candle you think you blow out, and then a couple seconds later it lights up again.
Yeah, they did that to me when I was a kid. Did they call them trick candles or something like that? It's
that's why I have trust issues.
Yeah, that's why I have trust issues. So anyway,
my trust issues come from on multiple occasions being at the commissary, walking around looking for my mom, going to the front of the store, waiting in the manager, only for my mom to call the commissary like an hour later and be like, oh my gosh, I forgot my other kid. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I've been left at so many stores, mostly because I walk off and do my own thing.
So it's your own fault. Well,
yeah.
Can you really put faults on a child?
If you knew me as a kid,
yeah,
it was.
I don't blame your mom for a second,
right? Even if she did it intentionally, she's like,
your mom is so sweet. She probably
30 minutes of peace and quiet. I'm gonna just leave him here. He'll be all right. He's not gonna starve. There's food.
He's resilient. He'll figure it out.
It's it goes back to the whole thing of like Louis C.K. I know has like some controversy around him, but he has that one skit where he talks about like parents, and once you're a parent, you understand parents.
Yeah.
But before you're a parent, like you say things like he was talking about like a scene a mother and a kid in McDonald's, and like the kid says a question, and the mother says like, "Shut up and eat your fries." It's like, how could you say it to a kid? And then after you have kids, it's like, what did that shitty kid do to her? Like, it's so true. It's like, fucking kid.
That's true.
Anyway, Perrin is
wait one more sideshow that made me think. There was another comedian talking about how he was in the grocery store waiting in line, and the kid and mom behind him, the kid's kicking and screaming about wanting a specific candy bar or something, or one of the king size of the candy bar, and she's like, no. And eventually she caves and she's like, all right, when we get up to the register, you can have one. And it pissed this guy off so much that he took all of those and bought them, and then asked for all of them at every other register and bought all of the candy bars so the kid couldn't have it. And I was like, hilarious. That's something I would do. I'd just be like, give me all of your king size Kit Kats, all of them. If you have any in the back, I'll take them all. I'm willing to spend up to $1,000 here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
And just start eating them in front of the kid.
Things that when you become a parent, you understand a lot more. Like, parenting's hard, guys. It's great. It's great. It's rewarding. There's great things about having kids.
Yeah,
Kids are fantastic.
it's mostly great.
It's mostly.
But there are moments where you're
there are
like,
moments when you're literally like, shut up, eat your fries. Like I'm done with you right now.
yeah. We'll talk about this later, but right now, and then you give them the look.
Yeah.
Like right now, you're gonna eat those fries.
Yeah. Especially with like, yeah.
We'll have our loving moment tomorrow.
They like to poke a lot, just like poke. Yeah.
But they're always testing their boundaries to see where the boundaries are.
But my kids are great. I love my kids. Yeah. They're good kids. My daughter does that a lot, and it's yeah, she's the wild child. Yeah, nothing. You know what really grinds my gears?
It really grinds my gears.
Yeah, no, she does a really bad job of listening to her mother, and it really gets on me. So I'm like, you need like, we're not putting up with that.
Last tangent before we move on. It made me think. Alan and I have talked about this so much. It's not that we want our kids to be liars, but every now and then kids embellish or try to tell a story or blame their sibling or something. And I've been the most disappointed with my kids when it's obvious they're telling a lie and it's not a good one. I flat out told my kids a couple times, be like, look, if you would have said this or this, I mean, one, I'd still know you're lying, but I'd be a little more proud of you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even putting any thought into this horrible lie.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's almost insulting. You're insulting me.
Right. I mean, I've actually told my son this, like, there's a hack to being a kid. And once you figure it out, you'll be able to pull one over me and all the time. Like, it's really easy to do. Like, if like you're being really hyper and wild and you ask for ice cream, the answer is going to be no. If you just say, hey, can I have some ice cream? No, like you're being hyper. You don't need more sugar. Like that's the answer is no. However, if you came to me, even if you're hyper and wild and said, hey, Dad, can we have some ice cream together and talk about The Hobbit? The answer is going to be yes every time.
Every time.
like you want ice cream? You know how to get there. It's just
you got to know your audience.
You got to think a little further ahead. Just don't say like, can I have ice cream? The answer is no. Can I talk about The Hobbit? And yes, we can. We're gonna have all the ice cream. We're gonna open the whole tub.
Happening, a couple stories and a couple spoonfuls into it, he'd be like, "I'm so proud of you, buddy."
Yeah,
like this is a great moment.
Great. Like if you learn how to manipulate me, you can get whatever you want. You just have to learn. Like
yeah.
But yeah, it's great. Like, know your audience. Anyways. Yeah, I think that goes for most of the people here listening to us in the fantasy world. But yeah, if you get into that realm, it's I'm all.
By the way, the person that says loyal is not loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. String Flame, you're a hoe.
Oh man,
we see that's the greatest endearment.
Alan can say that because they're really good dark friends together.
Loial just doesn't want to be married yet. There's nothing wrong with knowing yourself. He is not prepared. Because that conversation came up too.
He's focused on growing facial hair right now. He needs to put all of his effort into that.
And he's like, you know what? You humans don't understand because because your wife listens to you. She does whatever you tell her, but my wife will make me stay in the house.
Yeah.
We skipped over that part too.
Yeah,
probably for self-preservation.
Yeah,
you don't want to circle back to that.
Anyway, back to in So Habor because we haven't even started this chapter yet. So Perrin, they all arrive there. They got the gateway. They're there. They see the little village or town over the rise.
First people they run into, they try to talk to them. People are like, "Well, wait a minute, are you alive or dead?"
Yeah. They're like, what?
Not gonna lie, did not see that coming.
This is why you need to watch and not listen to us.
I don't know why that was so entertaining. But that was great.
He enjoys it all the way through the last minute. He's like,
It's like right when he decided to get off, physics got him. We've all been victims of physics.
Good old spinning the cat in the chair.
Every episode, he comes back for it.
Oh man,
That's
I have the
good.
scar. I have the scars for it. It's mine. Oh, you can't see it right now.
Yeah, there you
Kinda
go.
can- there you go. You can see the skin kind of raised up there.
Yeah.
He enjoys it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Nice
are you
distraction.
dead? And they're just like, what? It's like, yeah, dead people are walking around. They're like, what?
Yeah.
That's an odd question.
Yeah.
And they're looking at each other like,
he smells horrible, and I see dead people.
spoiler alert.
Yeah. I see dead people. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, Bear Lane's there. I guess what is it? No wandering tricksters. The Two Rivers men stay with the carts. Trying to think of anything really happening here.
There was just a glorious introduction,
Yeah.
and then the people hit him back with, "Are y'all dead?"
Yeah.
I mean, that was it.
Yeah,
that was the
pretty much
intro.
it.
And
We're
we're
like, no, let us in. And they're like, and they open up.
or
they
how do
walk
we
in, and
know
one
you're
guy
not dead?
hooks Perrin in the gut, like, woo.
Yeah.
And when Perrin did that, the guy knew, and he ran away very quickly.
And there was that one Aes Sedai that was like, "You don't want me to prove to you that I'm alive.
Yeah.
That's not going to end well for you." And they're
Yeah.
like, "It does seem like a real life Aes Sedai."
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. And so at the gates, they get there. Let's see. One side of the town walls, they get a description of the city. There's a bunch of like winding, cramped roads.
The people smell like poo.
Yeah,
They
It smells
haven't
like death
showered
and
in
rot and
days.
nastiness.
Yeah,
and they go to talk to the grain merchants because they're there for snacks.
Yes.
Which even that was weird. They're like, "Hello, we were told we should talk to you. You're the grain merchants, right?" And the grain merchants are like,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I'll be a grain merchant." Like maybe the actual grain merchants just died like 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
they're
like,
just
whatever
there.
you say.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you've got swords and Aes Sedai and money, so like I'll be whatever you need me to be right now.
Yeah. And they finally have to go to this place called the Golden Barge. That's where all the grain is. And they start negotiating price, and the airline's with them. They're like, okay. Yeah.
She's like, this is too easy. They're just so this whole time I thought this was an ambush.
Still stuck on Alan Collin promo.
He did kind of fling that out there. I was like, ooh, ow, whew, spicy.
So whiskey will do to you.
Either way, I thought this was an ambush moment.
Yeah,
That's
Definitely
what I
could
kept
be.
waiting on. Like,
Definitely still could be.
could be true. It's not over. yet.
Because they might be just biding time until whomever or whatever comes to pounce.
Yeah.
The
but
people that
there's
are
a
alive might be the
dog
ones
town,
that
there's a
caved
rat
in
town.
and swore allegiance to whatever took over this town, and the ones that are dead are the ones that resisted.
Yeah.
Could
So these
be.
people are. That's why they're acting awkward and like,
This is Shadow Logoth adjacent, though.
Yeah.
could be.
So yeah, pretty much they make their way to the Golden Barge. They get there, and Bear Lane. They say Bear Lane should start negotiating because she's better at bargaining. So she starts bargaining prices, and they kind of get on as they're going through. Perrin just casually walks over to one of the sacks and just like slices it open just to check the product, and it pours out, and it's full of grain, but also full of weevils.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The lesser two weevils. Little worms.
High in protein.
High in protein, yeah, they are. And immediately like, yeah, whatever price we just said we're gonna do half of that.
Yeah, and you need to sift all this.
And you need to sift everything. We'll still take it because we're hungry. We still need snacks. But we're gonna take
Your
the grain.
Cheetos are stale.
But we're not taking the other stuff. What was it? What was the other grain? It was they'll take the grain,
Less
but they
of
won't.
something, and then they wanted more beans.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna take those. It's not worth it. Yeah, pretty much. And then we see the dead walking. Walks through the wall.
Just casually, like, hey y'all.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. So who are we gonna call?
Blaze.
Ghostbusters.
And now we're about to have a side quest within our side quest. This is amazing.
Yeah, that part. Like, I don't understand where he's going with this. Like, we're supposed to be ending this series soon,
Oh no, we're just beginning. It's only just begun.
So, all right, what's going on here? Is this a repeat of whatever that effect was, where we got Lord Luke and this other dude tied together, and is that something like that? Or is there possession going on here? Is it real ghost?
Oh, the Bublés.
Yeah, I mean, I still think this is part of the Bublés, but what are the Bublés doing?
But there's also like more weevils than there should be weevils. Like, and they comment on that how cold it's been. The weevils shouldn't survive with how cold, because the room's like super icy too when they walk in.
Right.
So like, there should be no reason that there's that many weevils. There should not be people walking through walls and dead people that you can't kill.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of weird stuff happening here.
We're defying physics.
Yeah.
I
think things are strange.
The pattern is
yeah. Like, one person I think pulls out a sword. It's like, dude, you just walk through a wall. Like, what do you think your sword's gonna do? Like
although another thing, since I've been watching Supernatural, is like when I enter people's homes, I check to see if they have an actual iron poker or if it's like a cheap alloy. You know, in case you got to dice up a ghost. I keep my salt front and center in case I need to use it for anything.
I don't have a poker in my house. I have it's gas.
I could have told you that, Alan.
It's gas. There's no reason for a poker.
I was making a penis joke, Alan.
I know. I got you.
Making a joke
for my fire pit outside. I got a stick I poke it with, but
there you go.
Yeah, but it's not iron. It's just a stick.
Yeah. Until the kids mistakenly throw it in the fire, and you're like, "No, all the sticks but that stick." I told you that inevitably happens.
It does. The pattern is farting. That's interesting. Yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean,
if it's not bubbles, another thing that could be happening is we have within our team of good people, air quotes, we have Taviran, but maybe there's the equivalent of a Taviran on the shadow side, on the dark side. Maybe there is a being that is here that just their very presence. I mean, we saw this with the dagger and Padden Fane, that the longer he was around people with it, like it would seep into them and more evil would happen. So maybe we run into Padden. Oh, maybe this is where Padden Fane is.
I was literally about to say he stole it from me. I was just about to say maybe because the whatchamacallit was released, they are now all coming to him.
Holy shit.
That would also mean that they would gravitate towards Rand as well.
Wait, so were you thinking this before, or did it just came together for me?
It just came together. Well, remember I said earlier, maybe this is the new Shadow Logar.
Yeah. But I didn't connect the Padden Fane dagger thing.
The Padden Fane is maybe wherever he shows up, they show up because he's kind of hosting the power now.
Yeah, and it's just totally rotten.
Yeah. Interesting.
Ooh.
And then what more will Rand see if that's the case?
Oh. It's very interesting.
Because Rand still has the cut.
So at this point, is destroying Padden Fane, can you destroy his physical body, or do you have to somehow destroy the dagger? Or both?
Balefire.
But to him or the dagger?
Finger blasting is the best.
A good finger blasting solves everything. When in doubt, finger blast it out.
I mean, is the dagger an Angreal? Or a Terangreal? Of some sort?
Of evil sorts. Maybe similar.
Well, no tool,
but it's full of taint instead of
evil in the hands of the man that has it. I mean, an axe is used to cut trees, unless you're Perrin.
I mean,
there are battle axes.
There are.
You could put
So with my analogy,
you could put a nuclear weapon in the hands of any person, and in what way are they going to use that for good? If they use it, it will only be bad.
by breaking it down.
Poleaxe too. You have the poleaxes with the long like pikes with like.
Jesus, you got Alan talking about ancient weapons now. All right.
You know
An
why
extra
they were
20
so
minutes.
effective though in battle. So like when two armies were coming together and you had a poleaxe, the reason why you had a poleaxe, if you had a spear and people had shields, it's really hard to get through the shield. But if you had someone with a poleaxe, you can hook the shield and have it pull it down. The other person can then go and stab.
Got him.
Well, that's why they still had like a spear tip on top.
Yeah,
And then
so
that
they could pull
explains
they
it.
could go past the shield, hook it, and pull, and then halberds, poleaxes, all those things. Yeah,
They're slightly different sizes.
Yeah, slightly different. But same.
Every now and
same
then,
kind of function.
I think about different battles in history, and like, what if I were able to show up with an M16 and 2,000 rounds?
Yeah.
Like, there's so with just me, one person, 2,000 rounds and an M16. There's so many different places I could have radically changed the course of history.
Yep.
Yeah. Even
Crazy.
better, just an A10.
I mean, there's no landing strip. So like, where are you going to land? You need the A10 and a parachute. Because once you're out of ammo, it's like, well, we're done here.
Done here. Bert. Bert. Yeah. Those are crazy planes. It's the only plane ever designed around a gun. It's a flying gun.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But apparently
the infantry, they keep trying to
loves
retire it. Oh yeah, they keep trying to retire it, but then they're like, "What do we replace its capabilities with?" And everybody's like, "There's nothing that does what it does." And you're not going to replace the morale boost. I think the Army learned a lesson when it got rid of the Kiowa, because the Kiowa for close air support, in like the 5-10 years before they got rid of it, man, infantry loved it. The guys on the ground loved it.
Well, they love the A10, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
when you see that thing come in, you're
loves
like,
A10 coming in. It's like, call it an A10. It's like,
everything's good now.
Yeah, everything's fine when you get the A10 coming in. That's the sound of death. It's literally and everyone's dead.
It's very unfair.
It is. How fast does it shoot? Like, how many rounds per minute? It's like 6,000.
I mean, once it goes that fast, it's not worth doing the math. It's a lot.
And they shoot rounds that are like this long.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did they spit on that thing? Gotta give him a hot
thing. Did you spit on that thing?
That poor woman, I swear to you, she's regretting.
That poor woman's father.
Oh Lord, never even thought about him. I thought too much
she
about
got
her.
Parents. The memes have been great though.
Oh, they've been fantastic.
I would be like, I need royalties from all of these different.
The only thing about virality is it's very fleeting. So yeah, you can make a lot of money real fast, but it goes away really fast. I mean, it's my brother. It happened to my brother. He got screwed over because he had a video. My brother Brian, like, he went viral. I don't know if you remember that. Did you see that? So like, he did like a video on Facebook, and I learned how all this works from my brother's experience. Like, so like my cousin, my niece, my kid's cousin, does ballet, and they made like a little video and put it on Facebook of my brother dancing with his daughter, practicing the ballet routine, like the little girl and the dad doing it or whatever. And they put it on Facebook. And like a week later, they got contacted by this like company saying like, "Hey, can we buy the rights to this video?" Like this random company. And like, my brother's really skeptical about it. And they're like, "Sure." Next thing you know is he was on Good Morning America. Like,
yeah,
my brother was on Good Morning America for that video. Like, had an interview and everything about this video, because they made it go viral. Like, this company bought the rights, and they didn't pay him that much money, because they're like, "Yeah, can we buy this rights for like $1,000?" And he's like, my brother's like, I mean, it's just a Facebook video I made with my daughter. Sure. If you're going to give me $1,000, sure. It's like, cool. We'll make $1 million off of it. And you can't profit any more off this. Here, sign this contract here, and we'll take it and put it everywhere. But yeah, he made $1,000 and they made a ton of money off it. But that's how it works. That's literally how it works.
$1,000 is $1,000.
$1,000 is $1,000.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If at that time they'd have invested that in Bitcoin.
Yeah, he was on Good Morning in America and a couple other shows. Like he did like a whole entire little tour about it. Like because his company had him do all this stuff, but they made all the money off of it, off of all his interviews and everything. So
Oh wow.
yeah, he made his original what he sold it for, and that's it.
Nice.
He should have done a Jordan move. Keep your money. I just want to profit. Point of the profit.
So the end of this book, is this going to be a Pat and Fane fight with Perrin?
No, I don't think he's going to come out yet.
That might be an opportunity for your. Well, is Pat and Fane? Pat and Fane's working with Missima, right?
Oh,
didn't we have hints of that?
Yeah,
I think maybe.
I think we had hints of that.
You're
if
right.
not directly.
Missima's working with the Shanshan. We know that much.
Missima is conniving.
Yeah.
He's acting one way out in front of all of his people, and then behind the scenes.
I don't know if we had Pat and Fane there, but definitely the Shanshan. That's 100%.
I thought there was a hint of it.
It might have been.
At least.
I'm trying to remember now. It all blurs.
Anyways, I feel like that's all coming to a head here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Anything else for this chapter? I mean, I think
we're on it. Yeah, we're done.
Okay, we're done. All right, cool. Favorite character besides Hawk Tua Girl?
The dead people.
The dead people. Okay.
You know what?
I'm with Logain.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to the other L because he's back in the game. Loial. Yeah. Then again, he ain't as loyal as we want him to be because he could be married right now. But
he's trying to get in the beard club.
He is.
I'm good to Bear Lane.
Okay.
Just because she's doing her thing.
She is.
She's behaving.
She's behaving and she's negotiating. She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
And where there's a need, she steps in and is like, I got this.
I got it. I got you.
And she does a good job.
Yeah. So I'll give it to her. Next week we'll be doing, let me check the spreadsheet. We're doing 3 chapters. 3.
Home stretch.
Wait, no, but that's what we just did. We did 2 chapters.
Yeah. Because we think we only have 4 left, right?
We have 2 episodes left.
Yeah, 4 chapters.
Well, and then an epilogue, but yeah. So we're doing two chapters, 27 and 28, which are good ones. I almost wanted to do 28, like do a live reaction to 28. I think that's the one I want to do a live reaction to. If you guys are up for it next week.
Yeah, that's where Marine's coming back, right? And
sure.
she defeats Pat and Fane.
Sure.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Remember, she has unfinished business with that dagger too.
She does.
Let me see what 27 is. 28 is a good one to react to. Oh, actually, both of them. Yeah, both of these chapters are great to react to. These are good chapters to react to, actually. Do you guys want to do a reaction next week?
I can. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, these are actually probably the best chapters.
When are we talking about doing it? It's a question because believe it or not, I'm going to be in Newport News this weekend. Yeah, I know. I haven't
got nothing really planned on Saturday. If you want to hang out, and Ian, you want to come down?
Chanel will be with me naturally, but
the 29th, I could probably do that, guys.
Let's all get together and do a live reaction in person.
Yeah.
All right, it's a done deal. I'll check with my wife just double check to make sure. But
and Chris, look at y'all's schedule since you're coming in town and what time works for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I know we don't have any plans, but like we have plans, but like just like housework.
Because it's like, my mom's getting married for the 3rd time.
Oh,
I don't like the guy, and I don't condone the wedding.
Okay.
So the wedding is at
rich?
1, and then she's doing a cookout at 3. No, if he was rich, I'd be condoning it all the way. But
right,
he's not at all. But anyway, and I'm really not that vain, people. But the fact of the matter is that I at least want to show her some love. So they're doing like a family gathering at 3:00 that day. So beyond being dedicated to that 3:00 cookout, I'm free. Let's call it after
we can do it in the evening. I mean, like if you want to hang out in the evening, that's fine.
Yeah, like a post dinner.
Once the kids go to bed or whatever, you guys can. If you guys want to do dinner, we can all come over here and do dinner. I'll just double check.
That'd be a great idea.
We can have everyone over for dinner, and that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll be here.
And Chanel can hang out with Happy. Oh, that'd be fun. Let's do that. Let's plan. Let's
if
plan
we do
on
that. If we do that, I can bring the boys.
Tentatively, let's play. Yeah, let's plan on that. Well, then they'll have to be up late, but that's fine.
They can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, and are you just gonna stay with your mom then? I guess, or
yeah, probably.
Okay, cool, awesome. So 27, 28. What must be done is 27, and a cluster of rosebuds.
Ooh.
Is this where we get the
coronation? No, maybe we get the coronation. Maybe these are the chapters where Elaine gets.
Oh, let's not jump back to Elaine now. Let that story fizzle out.
No, I bet it's going to be Elaine chapter.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, could be.
Well,
or it could be a Bella chapter.
A Bella chapter.
Bella.
By the way, that was a very fun last 2 weeks, y'all.
It was with the way the leaf. They're always great. They're great people. They are.
What'd you think of Josh? His mind, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Every time he talks about something, blows my mind. I love it.
Yeah. You know, they told me Chris will need floaties for him, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
They've got a good mix there of perspectives and points of view and things they bring from life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So for this live reaction, because we do it to a copyrighted source, well, I shouldn't say this on YouTube. It's all private. So we do it for patrons normally. I'll post something in Discord maybe, and we'll do it that way. So
yeah, the bonus for sticking with us through this book.
Yeah, I'll open that up so we can do the live reaction. But anyway, so because we're all together, I think it'll be fun. Just look for a Discord. So how you can find is theloialreads.com. You can find links to our Discord and everything like that. You can find cool merchandise like Ian's Frosty mug, t-shirts, all sorts of cool stuff like that. Yeah, Patreon, support us. We very much enjoy that. Because it helps run this podcast and keep it going. Without you guys, literally, I would not try. Well, let's still do it. It'd just be a lot lower quality, and we wouldn't have cool mics, and we wouldn't have all editing
on our cell phones.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, all that cool stuff. Like, subscribe. There's that fly again, and that's all I got for this week. So
until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye. Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Oh, where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?
Sure.